Good morning, lovely dreamers. Um, Day 16. I can't believe it. We made it officially over the 2 week mark pretty easily, which is exciting. I'll be drawing giveaway winners this morning. Super pumped about that. And I feel like today's was really apropos for me. So, who you see before you, who is like ready to leave that 9 to 5, was not always the case. And I promise this ties in with the prayer today. When so this time last year I talked to my boss and I told her, it's likely that I'll be leaving in the next year. As sad as that makes me, I think it's just going to be time. And, and so we were talking about that. And so this has kind of been on the horizon for a while. But honestly, I had a really bad last quarter last year and a really bad first quarter this year. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm not leaving this year. But also at the end of that first quarter, the Lord laid on my heart this business. And it just became like, I'm not sure how to say, like, yeah, I don't have the words for, I'm not sure what I was trying to say there. But I had hesitations about all of that, because unlike a lot of people, I have a job that I really love and people that I really love at my job. So while a lot of people are like trying fervently to get out of their 9 to 5s, that was not me. I was actually trying to stay there. And a lot of that has to do with A, the people, and B, the cause that we were working for. But there's also, if I could list one thing that I want to do in my life, like my one bucket list item is to see the world. Step foot in every country. I've at least narrowed it down to at least 100, which is still about half of them. And it was really challenging. Even I was working with a coach back then, and I remember the very first day that we talked, I brought up this fear that God was going to ask me to leave my job, and I wasn't ready for that yet. And I cried and I cried and I cried a lot because I just knew that I just wasn't going to be ready yet, or he was going to ask me to leave before I was ready. That was what I said. I know that that's what's going to happen, and that is what happened. And a lot of that had to do with this dream of seeing the world, because I thought, oh gosh, well, I'll have flexibility, maybe I won't have money, and quite honestly, getting to travel the way I did was awesome. Twice a year, I got to go to some country that almost nobody else gets to go to, and I get to see how God is working in that country, and I get to be paid for it and go for free at the same time, and also pick up vacation time, even though that was like work, but it was awesome. And so that was one of those things that kept me from wanting to leave, because I was fearful that this dream of seeing the world wouldn't happen because it was happening in this one way already. So then I got to this prayer. And in that third paragraph, he says, or they say, I know that you love me completely. I know that you have my ultimate good in mind. I know that in the end, the dreams you choose for me are good and best, even though they will mean other dreams will fall to the wayside. I trust you, Lord, and I pray that I may trust you more. Help me to choose what you choose with a glad heart. And that was really hard. I knew I was going to cry, so I brought tissue today. And I actually have makeup on already, so. Anyway, so this was always a tough one for me because leaving my job almost feels like leaving my dream, in some ways. And that's not totally true because part of my dream is this, you know? And maybe I get to say when I travel, you know, someday. And maybe I get to say what I do and where I do it and when. But that was really hard. Really hard. So, I'm still working through that, as you can tell, because, I mean, it's a big dream, and it's varied, and it's large, and it's got a lot around it, and, it's hard, but we're in this place where we're trusting God, right? Because He's been showing us these amazing things that He's doing. And we're releasing the outcome, right? Like we know that we have these things, these needs, or these desires, and we're trusting that even though it doesn't look like the way it has, or the way that we think it will, that it will still happen, that it will still look like something. And that's, so that's really where I am, is just saying, you know, ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of seeing everything of the world and getting to know people and experiencing their cultures, like really being a citizen of the world, you know? And I trust that that dream is from the Lord because I've had it for so long, because He's given that to me in so many ways that I don't think He would give me a taste just to take it away. I think He's preparing me for other ways to fulfill that it's, maybe it'll look different than it does now. And maybe it'll still look the same. I mean, there's potential for me to still go on trips with them in different capacities, and so it's just gonna be weird, and that's okay. And so I wish I had a nice platitude for you here where I said, and my dream worked out great. But the truth is it's still working out, and that's okay too. So if that's where you are, it's totally okay. What's not okay is for you to hoard it, right? What is okay is for you to put it out and say, God, I trust you, and let Him take it. I'm still working on that part. Because, like, I'm a control freak, like probably a lot of you. I understand. I think that's why we go into business for ourselves, because we like knowing everything and being in charge of it. So that's one way you can pray for me as I phase out, which is also getting really real. I don't want to be a sad person, because I'm not a sad person. This isn't sad. This is processing. Sorry. So I just ask for your prayers there. And I'm praying for you in your dreams, because I know that they're big. And I know that they're scary. And even the ones that seem attainable seem scary. And even the ones that seem impossible, and you're like, why, God, did you give me this? I get that too. Because I was there too. So, let's all release our dreams today in a good way, in a healthy way, so that we're not trying to manufacture them. We're letting the Lord build them for us. And that's where I know that's where I want to be. That's where I want my heart to be. So that's where I'm working on my heart to be today. And that's where I'm praying that you'll be as well. Because we can make all the plans. That was the verse that I did. Many plans are in a man's heart, but the counsel of the Lord will stand. So, he gives us dreams for a purpose. They will fulfill his purpose. Maybe it looks different, and maybe it's unexpected, but I think God works in the unexpected in so many ways. And so I'm trying to shift to, I'm excited to see how God works this out, because I think that'll be exciting. So that's what I'm praying for you all. That's what I'm praying for myself, that I will release the way, that I have seen my dream being fulfilled. Hello. Now that I'm crying right before we talk. And so just know that I trust that he's in it, and that he's going to figure it out with me, and that he's going to fulfill that dream in a way that I never thought possible. It's just hard to see at the moment, but I know that he will. So let's keep that faith and keep trusting, and really push through, because we have a God that we can trust, who has already done so many things for us. I mean, even just writing that list yesterday was amazing. And so to see how he's providing and showing for the dreams that we have here and now, even the ones that we need, I know that he'll fulfill those ones that we want to. So, love to hear what your dreams are and how you're processing those, since you just heard me talk about mine for like 15 minutes, and would just love to hear from you guys today too. So let me know what you're up to, and if this prayer makes you cry as much as it makes me cry. Okay, bye.